Hi everyone. I thought I would come on and do a video. It's been a little while because I really wanted to address some of what's happening with a lot of people right now. It's affecting everybody, which is being asked to make a choice and being asked to put something in our bodies that we might not actually want to put in our bodies, and getting an intense amount of coercion, pressure to do that. So I'm going to do this. I'm sharing this in a lot of public places. I often share it in private, these types of thoughts in private places, because this is really important. And a lot of you know that we're in this massive awakening that's happening on our planet. And what's happening is that as we awaken into who we are as beings of light, as spiritual forces within human vessels, we can only, in order to really expand into that light and to embody the powerful beings that we are, just like Jesus did, just like other ascended masters like Buddha did, we must clear the shadows. And what we're seeing in a collective level is all the shadows on the collective level surfacing. The controllers, the ones who think they control things, is how I like to call them, are pulling out all the stops. Every possible thing they can do to continue to keep us in a state of control. And really what this comes down to is choice. Do we have choice to make choices for ourselves? Do we have free will? Absolutely, yes, we have free will. And I think that's important to remember, because sometimes we think we don't have a choice, that we, and it can certainly feel, it's an intense amount of pressure, so intense. And my heart really goes out to people who are being told they have to wear a mask in their jobs and other people don't if they don't do this thing, or they have to wear masks in school, God forbid, children, teenagers, if they don't do this thing, and or they're being ostracized from society. They aren't allowed to go places or do things if they don't do this thing. And then some people are doing it when they don't want to, getting this thing because they feel that they have to, and they feel they don't have a choice. So really, the other thing that's happening is that there's a dimensional split. That there's third dimension, what we see with our eyes, the go to work, you pay your bills, and that's all. That the 3D world is crumbling, and it is fighting, and the controllers, or the ones who think they control, are doing everything they can, pulling out all the stops, because they know they're losing control. And so we're shifting into higher states of consciousness, fifth dimensional living. And that is, fifth dimensional living is living at one with all that is in nature, in just alignment with each other in community, sharing resources, and disengaging from those lower vibrational 3D systems. So while we do that, though, we're being asked, as I said, to make all these choices. And what it comes down to is a divine law of free will, which is like a law of gravity. We have free will. It's how the universe operates, that we can make a choice. Nobody can control us unless we think they can. And this is really important to remember, because I think we believe, there's so much pressure, peer pressure, people asking you all these very invasive medical questions, which have become normalized, right? This is what we've been told. All these insane things are normal. To treat people differently, to not let them go in society, or make them wear masks like a yellow star, and somehow this has become normalized for a lot of people, which not normal at all, not healthy at all. It's very dysfunctional. However, it's very dystopian. However, we also are being asked to be aware of where we put our energy and where we put our emotions. Fear. There can be a lot of fear about what's being done to us, or what if I don't do this, am I going to be able to travel? Am I going to be able to work? Am I going to have any money? Am I going to be able to support my family? And that what's happening is our worst fears are being triggered of, being safe, that root chakra. But we have the control. We are in control. We can do this. And this is how. Align your thoughts, align your energy. What do you want your life to be like? Write it down in the positive and present tense. Get very clear. Describe how it is. I'm living free. I make choices that feel aligned to me. I have a like-minded community. I do work that brings my soul gift, that brings my soul joy, sharing my gifts, and I receive abundance for it. I find friends that I feel comfortable with, and a new group of friends that are conscious, or whatever it is. And describe how that feels. I feel like I'm in the flow. I feel like I'm doing what I'm meant to be doing. I feel free. I feel strong. I'm proud of myself. And when we focus on this, we create a vibration. And that vibration is our being aligned with this new way of ourselves, of being. And what happens is, this is another law, the law of resonance, the law of, of attraction, really, that when we give out these thought waves, that anything that exists in that similar frequency starts to find us. So we start to live a life that matches what we've intended. It may feel like we're just making it up, but it absolutely works. Absolutely. I experience it all the time. Now, of course, it's easier said than done. I don't want to make this seem like it's easy, because we're all learning how to do this, but this is such an important time. And I've been doing my spiritual practice for a long time, meditating for a while, and I can only imagine how hard it is for people who have not been doing that. But now's the time. Start meditating. Quiet your mind. Go into your heart. Ask your higher powers, God, angels, whatever it is, to help you. Ask to be guided. If you're being forced, or you feel like you're being forced to make a choice, ask your heart what feels right to do. What feels aligned in your heart? What brings you, and it's just a choice that's made from a place of love that is in our highest good, not from a place of fear. So, if we're thinking about, well, what if this happens, and this might happen, all that worst case scenario thinking, and what if, we want to be careful with that, because then we start to give our energy to that. And if we start to believe that, well, I'm not going to be able to see my friends, I'm not going to be able to travel, I'm not going to make money, and I'm going to, be rejected from society. Be careful of those thoughts too, because then we can create that. Now, this isn't to say that, of course, we do have fears, and it comes up for me too, but to try to be aware of those. And this is how meditation can help, or quieting the mind, which just we're being aware, well, this is just a fear. This is not real. This is not who I am. I am an eternal being. This came up in the Akashic Records. They wanted me to remind you and remind myself that we are eternal. And what we are doing is massively important. We are making choices from an empowered place. And it's hard. These are hard choices. These are not easy. You who are listening to this, almost definitely you volunteered to be here to help shift human consciousness. This is no small task. We are here to make these empowered choices, to say, no, I do not consent to your control any longer. I am a sovereign being. I believe in freedom. I believe in truth. I believe in love. I believe in, wow, this beautiful Luna moth just landed on my phone when I said this. I believe in being at one with all that is. And this is the reality I'm creating for myself. There it is, keeps flying around. And that is not my world. That is not my world. And so we're disengaging from that reality. I promise you it does work. It can take practice, but the way out of this is through our managing our thoughts, focusing on where we're giving our energy, focus on where you want to be. Don't let them drag you into the dystopian nightmare that they're trying to create. Focus on this, focus on earth, focus on growing your own food, being with like-minded community. That is where we're headed, and it is going to be a beautiful way. We just need to disengage from the 3D as we move towards truth, towards healing, and towards sovereignty. So, all right, many blessings to you all. If you want more details on how to do all this stuff, of course, I do these work with people individually. There's resources on my website, soulfulworkconsulting.com/resources. There's a future self vision tool, which can help you create this vision, and a few other, lots of different ways to start doing this work. This is essential, people. This is essential. The only way out of this is going within. The only way out is in. If you haven't started quieting your mind, start doing that. If you don't have a spiritual practice, start bringing one in. Connect with something loving than yourself. Ask to be guided. More loving than yourself. Ask to be guided. This is how we do this. This is how we get out and how we free ourselves. Much love.